as I told you, select is the main command which retrieves the data. So now what are the things we need to understand? Okay. Almost you might have seen in your college, or maybe you might have seen, whenever you are practicing for any software, if you learn, right, SQL is common. Hmm? Now, even I'm also going to repeat the same thing. If you already know, okay, just listen once again so that it will be useful. I will. In the SQL, mainly we have discussed about the select statement, okay, which will retrieve the data from the table or view. That is the common. We know it. Okay. And now the second topic here is mainly under SQL. Okay. First of all, you need to create a table structure. First of all, you need to create a table structure. How? Because you created a database here. You created a database, demo DB, demo schema, which is a new. Okay. Nothing else we have here. So you cannot see any data because nothing is there, right? No object found. So now, first of all, in this database, it will support column and rows. It is clear. So what we need to do? We need to create a table structure. So for that, actually, we called in SQL standards or SQL similar. I mean, in the SQL, what we called as a to create a table or view or to modify the table name. We called as a DDL. Okay, DDL. This DDL is nothing but Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge. Not like this. DDL means data definition language. Okay. So you may don't think like this. Okay. DDL is Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge. No, it's a data definition language. Okay. Data definition language means we are talking about the information about the table. Okay. Information about the column. Information about the data type. Okay. So those things we are going to talk about. So under DDL, okay, I'll give you the definition. Okay. Data language. Under that, we have a, okay, create command. Okay. Under that, we have a alter command. Under that, we have a truncate command. Under that, we have a drop command. So these four, okay, so under it supports under DDL. So DDL means the data definition language, right? And it will support only the definition level. Definition level means what? So the table name, view name, okay, everything. So either you can modify the table name, either you can drop the table, either you can drop the view. Everything you can do by using all these four statements. Okay. Under that, in this database, you need to create an object or you need to create a table. We have a two types of tables. We have tables in the, nothing but it's a, okay, table uh, or view. It is not a table, it's just a view. Virtually we can retrieve the data. That also we will discuss. By using the create command, we can create a table or we can create a view. How we can create that we will see, and we will discuss about alter and truncate drop later. First, base we have to use. So without having a table, you cannot insert the data. Without having a table, you cannot insert the data, right? So here it is anything you can take a real-time definition. Generally, even in your house, right? If you want to stay somewhere else, you need a house. Without having house, you cannot stay. So something like this. Okay, shelter, it is very important to stay. So to that you need to build it. Okay. So this is the create command which will create the table or view. How we will see now. Okay. So the syntax is very, very simple. We will see this how to create a table. Syntax you need to remember. Here it is the database is very, very limited. Okay. You cannot do many things. It is a standard format. Okay. So now create. You are creating a table, right? You need to mention table. Yes, I am creating a table. Create table. You are telling to database, okay, create a table. So you are mentioning here table. Create table, and you just needs to give a table name. Table name, what I am going to give? I am going to give student. Student is my table. As you know, we have created one Excel, and the student generally what we will have student ID, student name, student class, right? Uh, Something different details we will have. So now we are asking to database create a table which is named called student. Under that, what are the details I want? I want student ID. Okay. And for student ID, you need to assign a data type. For student ID, what data type it should be? Then is it integer or it is a string or it is a alphanumeric? So generally we will have a integer value. So I am giving number. For that number, what is the length of your number? So I'll give 10, for example. Maximum, this is the my number. So I'll create a table. So this is, create table student, I mean table name, and column is student ID and then number. This is my table I'm going to create. So now what I'm going to do here is, okay, you just see, I have given only one column. Let's see, let's create this. So you need to understand one thing is this is the standard format. Okay, like this. Okay, one is create. You are telling to create a table and a student ID, student table name. Under that, the column name is student ID and the data type is number, and the value is, the length is 10. 10 means what? The length of that is length of the character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this much length actually. 10 means this much length. See, one, you just remember how much it is. Okay, the length of this one. So till this one, it will create like mm, 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 mm. something like this. It will create. And after that, if you want to add anything, again, if it is adding any zero, then it will not allow because the maximum length we have given is 10 digits. Okay, that's it. Now, this is your open bracket and this is your closed bracket. This is mandatory. Okay. And after student, you have to open the bracket, and after closing the column, you need to give close bracket, open bracket and close bracket. Inside, you are giving the column ID, column name, and the data type. So let me create this. Okay. Now you see, I am creating a table. So just executing a query. Why I have not given any schema here? Because already I am under demo DB demo schema. So that is the reason I am not giving here. Okay. Otherwise, I have to give demo DB demo schema as well here. So always better you practice, give the schema name as well. I am executing here. Syntax error, create, spelling mistake I have given. Okay. Create, create table name and details. See, if you give any spelling mistakes, that will show you. But column name, it won't identify. Only existing commands, inbuilt commands, it will identify what whether you have given properly or not. If it is not recognized, then it will throw an error. Now you see, we have created a table. We have created a table, but here I don't see. Yes, because you have to refresh here so that it will show you. See, table. I have created a table, right? So it got created a table object. Under that, student is created. Now you see a student type of table, number of rows, nothing I have inserted, and the size is 0, cluster key empty, owner is account admin, created just now. This is how you are creating. Now under this, whether do I have the data? By seeing here, yes, you will understand whether do I have a data or not. Another way, how do I do? So there is a syntax. Again, how I told you, right? Select is the command which will retrieve the data. Now this is the syntax. Select a star from student. But don't give star always. Better you give column name. Or you don't know all the columns. Better you give star. Hmm? This is the syntax. Select a star. Star means all columns under this table. From table. See, it is very simple statement it is telling. Pull the data from student table. Retrieve the data from student table. If the data is available, it will throw the data. It will show you the data. If data is not available, then it won't give you the data. So select star from table name. See, we have created a table, table name, student ID, number. We have given length, 10, created a table. Now I have to see whether do I have the data or not. Yes. Once you created the table, it will not insert automatically data. That is, you need to understand. Everything we need to do our own. Okay. Now here select a star from student. Under select star from student, if you see, I will execute this query. Come down, paste it. Okay. Just check. If you have the data, it will show you. Query produce no results. Means student ID column is there. The metadata is there, but there is no data. So it just giving you the empty window. Now I want to see the data something by using the select command. I want to see the data by using the select. So student ID, student table I just created, but there is no data. I have to insert. Who will insert? We have to insert. There is nothing. There is no way. Let's see that also in the coming classes. But now I have to retrieve some data. I know the syntax now. Okay, I know the syntax. To retrieve the data, what I have to do? I have to give it this command. Till here it is a common. It is common. You need to change the table name. So now what I will do? I have a here by default some database, right? Okay. So now what I will do? I'll go here under table. I'll just take the column, call center. Okay. Now place name editor. What happened? Hmm. So now see, I am under demo schema. Okay. Now my database and schema is different, right? So what I will do, this is common I said, right? I will take this, I will put this in front of the table. Space. You need to give a space here. Huh? Select star from, now this is your table. Okay. Database and schema and table. Now if you select entire this and run here, it will pull the data on your window. You see, these are the data. You can see all columns of data. So there are many columns are there. Okay. So like this, you can see another table also if you want. Okay. Now you see. Now I am checking in another schema. This is I don't want. Now I'll check here. Under table. Okay, I have this. So what I will do, I'll take the customer. So schema name, database name, schema name, and the table. Okay. They have created already. I'm just selecting this select star from and keeping in front of table name, giving a space. So now you see, you will get the result. Okay. And it will show you partial result displayed only 10,000 records. There are many records. In window here, it is displaying only 10,000. Now I told you, right? So if I remove the schema, for example, it will not pull the data. You see, demo, demo DB Snowflake sample data does not exist or not authorized. That is what it will show you. An error. Hmm? You need to give a proper name. So even if you remove this and try to pull the data, it will not. See, demo dot, because you have connected demo DB, right? Demo dot tpch underscore sfn does not exist or not authorized. Okay, I will remove this also. Now I will try to execute this. See, SQL compilation error, object customer does not exist or not authorized. Why? Because generally you don't have a table itself here, right? If you execute student, yes, because it is there under demo DB. It is there already. So it will give you the, it will try to pull the data, but there is no data, so you are not able to see. So like this, we have to see. Now I have only one column, right? I want to add two more columns. What I have to do? So what are the columns I have? I'll give here below. Student name, and the name is, as it's a string, right? I'll give varchar 2 of 20. Just I'm just giving like this. Okay. And same way, I need one more column. Student location. So I'm my date I length I'll give same as it is. Okay. So this is limited version. Okay. You need to just keep that in mind, whatever you have to give. And if you want to know what are the types of database support Snowflake, you just Google it. You will understand. Generally. So this varchar it supports for uh, string and alphanumeric. So, okay, under this I have to paste. Okay, I will paste this. Next. So now I have pasted this. But for each column, you need to give a differentiate. I mean, you need to divide. So after the column ending, student ID, after the data type, you need to give a comma. And to start another column, give a comma. Otherwise, remove here, give here, comma. This is best practice. So after this is the comma, and after this is the comma. So it will give you exact error, even if you have any failure. Okay. So now I have a column name, and this column to this column to divide or to create, you have given another one and a comma. So here there is no other column to give another column, another comma, right? Three columns means we have a three columns means two commas is needed. If you have a four columns, n minus 1. Number of columns and a number of delimiters. I mean this delimiter. When you are creating a table, it will support only comma. No, I will give pipe here means it will not support. Okay. When you are creating a table, it will support only comma. So now I will try to create a table. I will try to create a table. What is saying? Unexpected. See, always type of mistakes. Okay, I'm selecting that command which I need to execute. Okay. If you see here, I have selected only that particular area. You see that particular syntax. Even you also, if it is 100 lines, you have to select only 100 lines. Object student already exists. So what I have to? I don't have data. Hmm? Generally, I don't have data. So what I can do? I can give one more statement here. Create or replace. So what it does, it will replace the table. Now you just check. The table student successfully created means I have override the table. Whatever the table is there, right? I indirectly inside what happened, it was dropped the table and it was recreated the table. Now I will use the select statement to see whether columns are added or not. Okay. See, columns were added. Student ID, student name, student location. Like this, we need to create a table so that whenever you insert the data will be inserted below. So today, what we have learned about today, we have learned the how to create the table. Okay, and if you are trying to create on the same table, what it does, it will throw an error. If you want to override the table, then what you have to do? You have to use create or replace table name and the column. So you have to use the replace function so that it will override the table. Now today under DDL, we have discussed about the create function, okay, which will create the table structure. Now I will create one more table. Hmm? Okay, I'll create one more table. So here I will use as it is, okay. Whether if I have any customer table, I'll give a customer now. Customer table, create or replace customer table. What I will do, customer ID, customer name, customer location. Don't give any spaces here. Or here also when you are creating, don't give space. You should follow the standards. Okay, it means whenever you are creating a table, something like stage space customer, if you give, it will not allow. You should ended with the you all without space. Okay, even columns also when you are giving, right, you should not give any spaces in between. You need to understand this is your column and this is your data type. Okay, like this you can give a space, but in the column in between, if you give a space, it will not allow. Hmm? Okay, that is you need to remember. Now I need one more column. Okay, now comma customer phone number. Okay. Oh, phone is always number, right? So I'll take the number. Hmm. And I want comma customer email ID. Hmm. This is anyway where character. Always we have seen with the special. So I'll use this one. So see, wherever I need the column, I just add it. So now I'll execute this one. Customer table created. Now whether all these columns are created or not, let me see. Select a star from customer. Okay, execute this. See, columns got created. Customer ID, customer name, customer location, customer phone, customer email ID. Okay, this is the how to create a table. This table is nothing but permanent table. In the table, we have a different types of tables. That also we will discuss at the end of the class. In advanced concepts, we will discuss. As of now, we will be practicing on all permanent tables. Okay. So this is you want to this is the today's class. Hmm? And for you, your task is okay. So under DDL, we have discussed about the create command, right? So you need to create at least 5 tables, and you need to create like using create and using create or replace. It is not a case sensitive. You can give anything. It will support. Okay. Hmm. Using create and using create or replace. And what is the difference between create or uh, create versus create or replace? How it works? How it works in Snowflake backend? That you need to search it out for tomorrow's class. Hmm? What is the difference between create or versus create or replace, and how this executes in backend? That you need to understand. And if possible, types of tables, that also you need to understand. Okay, tomorrow what we will do, we will discuss about the how we will insert the data. There are few things which still we need to we need to discuss. What are those? Alter, truncate, and drop. That we will discuss. Okay, in coming classes. It is very simple. This alter and truncate and drop. Okay, we will cover in tomorrow. Yeah, these are also. Hmm? But I just want to discuss about whenever it is needed. I don't want to unnecessarily to discuss even if I don't need. Hmm? So I'll just prefer which is needed importantly, that we will discuss, and whichever needed, right? In the class we will come to know, that time we will practice all these things. But you just practice create and create or replace with the table only alone. Hmm? And how it works in backend. That also you need to understand clearly. Okay, I'll stop the recording. That's